Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and this is the first homeless report starring the Philadelphia, Kansas City, here we come, Oakland, Las Vegas A's.
Ooh, ain't got no home or no place to roam. Ain't got no home or no place to roam. I'm a lonely boy. I ain't got a home.
Yes, this is the first inaugural homeless report I can give to you on this channel, on the Baseball Hut too, and hit that subscribe button. You want to have some good laughs. This is the channel you want to watch. I'll give you some information with what's going on. Major League Baseball, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's New York Mets, but it's really any team that's in the majors. And, college baseball, if I have to do that, draft, whatever. But here we have the Athletics, the Oakland Athletics still at the moment. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff's going to go on this week. Let me read you a couple interesting articles. We'll have a little fun at the Athletics' expense. The Athletics, they are now, once they moved to Las Vegas, they would have matched the fourth city that they've been to, and the second team to do this. The first team was the worst franchise in the history of baseball until 30 years ago, the Atlanta Braves. Just mentioned about the Atlanta Braves. They started in Boston, second team in town. Went to Milwaukee, had one of the greatest players on their team. Didn't turn out so well, and now they're in Atlanta. But for those two stops, they were one of the worst franchises in the history of baseball. But now we talk about the Oakland A's, who have had sort of a very, very colorful history, quite frankly. Started out in Philadelphia. They were one of the first American League teams. Born in 1901, they were in Philadelphia for 50-something years until the 50s. And they basically were in Kansas City for about 10, 12 years. And they were basically the farm team of the New York Yankees. That's how the Yankees got Roger Maris and a whole bunch of very good players. And then they were there for a while. And then for the last 50-something years, they've been in Oakland. Well, now, because Oakland is such a disaster in terms of the city, in terms of the fan base, in terms of the team's owner, John Fisher, has decided to hit the road down to the next stop, and that is Las Vegas. Now, if you don't know about Oakland, Oakland does not have a basketball team. They lost their basketball team. They don't have a football team, a professional football team. They don't have the Raiders. The Raiders are in Las Vegas. And now Oakland is on their way to being basically out in terms of any major sports. And the A's are on their way to Las Vegas. Here's from ESPN.com. And the mayor of the city of Oakland, like I said, Oakland is a complete total disaster. Most cities in this country are a disaster. Oakland's probably the bottom of the barrel, with San Francisco, New York, and Chicago all leading the way. Oakland mayor implores 15 MLB owners to reject the Athletics' move. Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao sent a letter to 15 owners in Major League Baseball on Wednesday, outlining why they should reject Athletics owner John Fisher's attempt to move the team to Las Vegas after 55 years in Oakland. I would mention about what the A's are going to go. They bought land, which currently has the historic Tropicana Hotel and Casino, but it's really nothing there. It's all boarded up. They're going to tear down the casino, and they're going to put the ballpark there. And it's right across the street, right next to where the Raiders play, and it's right on the Vegas Strip. The owners' annual meeting takes place next week in Arlington, Texas, and the A's relocation vote is expected to be held at some point during the 3-day session. Approval from 3/4 of 30 owners is required to allow MLB's first franchise move since the Montreal Expos became the Washington Nationals after the 2004 season. Tao's letter, obtained by ESPN, reiterates many points the mayor has been making since April, when the A's stunned the city by announcing plans to move to Las Vegas and build a stadium on a 9-acre site currently occupied by the Tropicana Las Vegas Casino Resort. That's a very historical place. So this is a huge piece of land that they bought. The letter is part of the city's ongoing effort to counter the A's contention that Oakland did not act with sufficient urgency in obtaining clearances and securing funding for a $12 billion 55-acre residential retail waterfront development that would include a 35,000-seat stadium. Tao wrote that Oakland has procured $428 million in public funding for the off-site infrastructure. He figured that is in addition to approximately $500 million in our on-site infrastructure. The city and county will contribute to tax increment funding. Quote, the proposed funding assistance for a new stadium development is thus nearly triple the $380 million the A's have reportedly secured in Las Vegas for a much smaller stadium project. There is a clear path to build a state-of-the-art new ballpark here in Oakland, and to do so just as expeditiously, if not more so, than in Las Vegas. The letter was sent to a mix of large market teams, including the Yankees, Red Sox, and the Dodgers, and smaller market teams such as the Tigers. The Tigers aren't a small market. They're mid-market. Tigers, Rockies, and Mariners. Sent along with the letter was a stay-in-Oakland box of city, and I'll talk about that momentarily, and A's-related clothing and material, including a personalized baseball card of each of the 15 owners. This is about as lame as it gets. This is taxpayer money at its best. Because that's who paid for all this crap that descended to these owners. This effort comes at the end of a season-long push by the city and A's fans to make the case for Oakland as the rightful home for the team, and Fisher's management as the reason for the poor attendance and a protracted stadium battle. I would mention, he's had a good team there. They've had one of the best records of the last 10 to 20 years. This is not a situation like Baltimore, where 9 of the last 20 years, Baltimore's lost over 90 games. Oakland has not done that. He has put in very good teams, but obviously they've not done much in postseason. But he has put a very competitive team there. Do not blame him for it just because he doesn't want to spend money. Tao's letter, which includes many of the arguments she made to Manfred during a meeting in Seattle during the All-Star break, does not mention Fisher directly. Nor does it explicitly address the potential of the Athletics, with baseball's lowest payroll and a higher percentage of revenue sharing, moving from the country's 10th largest media market to its 40th. It does, however, question the economic wisdom of Commissioner Rob Manfred's decision to absolve the A's of a relocation fee that would be worth at least $300 million. Quote, see, here's the thing that this politician doesn't understand. They're all in business together. So they want to waive a fee. That's not her business. But most politicians think that is their business. The A's are reportedly counting on hundreds of millions of dollars of relocation fees to be waived as part of this move. Not only would this require MLB owners to make a major financial sacrifice, it might also create a precedent that could cause other teams to seek similar considerations. Now, why does she care about other teams? She'll be worrying about what the A's are doing, leaving. Not worrying about the relationship with these owners. That's not her effing business. And moving the A's to Las Vegas will remove the market from eligibility as a potential expansion site, closing the door on the hefty expansion fee, and expected to be the amount of $2 billion plus a new Vegas-based team could contribute. And some, we believe that keeping the A's in Oakland while evaluating expansion opportunity in Las Vegas is by far the most lucrative. What is her business? She is in government. She doesn't know anything about business. Okay? While evaluating expansion opportunity in Las Vegas is by far the most lucrative path for MLB over both the short and long term. They know their business better than you do, lady. There remain unanswered questions regarding the team's immediate future. In September, an MLB source told ESPN that owners would not be able to hold an informed vote without concrete answers to the stadium design in Las Vegas, such as whether it would be domed or have a retractable roof. Where the Athletics plan to play for 3 seasons, from 25 through 27, while the ballpark in Las Vegas is constructed. 1 week before the expected vote, there have been no official renderings of the Las Vegas Stadium, and Oakland officials say there has been no discussion about extending the lease on the stadium, which expires after next season. So the A's, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is truly a homeless report. The A's don't have a home. They've not had a home to call their own. And really, let's sort of go through this a little bit. The ballpark's a mess. Okay? The ballpark was retrofitted many years ago for football, and that did not go over well with the baseball fans there because they were desperate to keep the Raiders. The government of Oakland City is a disaster. The people there aren't the same people that have been going to the games for the last 50 years. The neighborhood has changed. A lot of the fans, quite frankly, are not from the neighborhood. They come in from outside the neighborhood. Where would you rather go? You want to go to Oakland, where you got to deal with crime and all the sort of decay of the city, or go to Las Vegas, take maybe a drive to Las Vegas to see the A's. And the A's have been good. Fisher has put a competitive team on. The only thing is he doesn't spend money. Just because you don't spend money doesn't mean you don't have a good team. The Diamondbacks spent $60 million. They went to the World Series. So that is not a very good argument on the part of the mayor. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a typical politician. They try to throw their weight around, and she's clueless, quite frankly, which most politicians are clueless. Now, the owner's not a great owner. He's a jerk. A lot of these owners that are cheap bastards, they're jerks. And he's in a long line of them. So, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, this is the first homeless report starring the Philadelphia, Kansas City, here we come, Oakland, Las Vegas Athletics.